was a very weird child, and I don't mean like normal weird, I mean like best friend of the main character of an early 2000s Disney Channel or Nickelodeon show weird. And I figured, hey, why keep all this weirdness to myself? Why not take some of the top 5 weirdest things I did as a child and post them on the internet for silly, goofy times? But before we expose Child Ace, I would just like to say the drawings you're seeing in the background of this video are the thumbnails for some of my latest posts over on my gaming channel, Aceofblank. If you would like to watch those videos, I have the link for my gaming channel in the description of this video. And now, let's get started with number 5. Number 5 was I kept losing and finding one specific stuffed animal over and over again. So, when I was a baby, my parents got me a Barney stuffed animal, and I better not see any Barney hate or slander in the comments. Barney was my goat for my toddler years, and I will not hear any slander on the dinosaur from our imagination. Anyway, for some reason, I would constantly lose this and only this Barney toy, find it, like 6 months later, and then forget I found it the next day, and I would lose it again. And rinse and repeat until I was in 5th grade when my family moved out of our childhood home and I packed the Barney plush away. And I never lost it again because it's currently sitting in my dad's attic, safe and sound. Number 4. Watch the same movie for a month straight, then switch to a different movie. Okay, so before my family had streaming, we would use Apple TV to buy movies and TV shows. And I shit you not, I would watch one of these movies after school for a month, then switch to the next movie we had purchased, and then rinse and repeat until we got Netflix and I discovered YouTube in 3rd grade. And you might be wondering what movies grabbed my attention as a child. Well, don't worry, I'm exposing myself and my family's weird tastes, because I had a say in some of these films, but not others. Ahem. Cinderella, specifically the animated Disney version, Sound of Music, Alvin and the Chipmunks 1 through 3, the first How to Train Your Dragon movie, and The Lorax. Yep, I was watching The Lorax like crazy as a child. The same time a bunch of teenagers were watching it crazy so they could constantly watch clips of the One Slur, because I know what you all were talking about on Tumblr in that era. Number 3. I refuse to shop at the store Justice. Okay, this one is mainly weird due to lots of context. So, in my hometown, in the main shopping area, there was a store called Justice. It's not there anymore. It got replaced by a much better store, Box Lunch. And I hated all the clothes in this store. They were peak horrible early 2000s fashion, in my opinion. It was basically like Lisa Frank, but it was all like dulled colors. It was just horrible. It looked like everyone was dressing up like a Bratz doll, and not the cool kind of Bratz dolls. And I hated the store so much, I would never enter it, and I refused to wear any clothes from the store. The only reason I even had clothes from the store was because a few times when I had birthday parties and invited classmates, I would get gifts containing clothes from Justice, because almost every girl in my elementary school wore clothes from Justice until like the 4th grade when they grew out of it. I'm also pretty sure it was mainly the parents who were buying these things as gifts because they figured, oh hey, almost every kid at the school is wearing from this brand and my kid likes it, let's get it for this kid. And number 2, I had hot dog buns with only ketchup on the inside. This one's going to need some explanation. So, I'm a very picky eater. Like, so picky the closest I can get to eating like quote-unquote spicy food is the orange chicken from Panda Express. And even then, I need to constantly drink something to keep my brain from thinking my mouth is on fire. And one of the things I hate with my entire being to eat are hot dogs. And I have a full story about why I hate hot dogs, but that's being saved for a future video. So, my family had a get-together, like, with aunts, cousins, and grandparents almost every single month, because we all lived next to each other. It was a good way to keep our family bonds close, or something. And at these get-togethers, the food served almost 50% of the time was hot dogs. And since I refused to eat them, and for some reason no one thought it'd be a good idea to make me a grilled cheese sandwich out of the hot dog buns, my mom started to give me a hot dog bun with squirts of ketchup on the inside. And I shit you not, I am not lying, I loved it. I ate that in almost every single family gathering, except for the times when they would have burgers, because then I would get a grilled cheese. I actually asked my dad to make me hot dog buns with ketchup for my lunches at school. And I loved it. I ate them almost every day for 10 years. The only reason I stopped eating them was because, one, when I entered high school, they had fresh pizza from a local store get delivered every day, and the pizza was really good. Two, COVID happened, and surprisingly, that allowed me to explore more food options to eat. And three, I I grew a very bad disdain for large amounts of ketchup, which is a real shocker. And I can thankfully say I haven't eaten a hot dog bun with ketchup in the last 5 years. Now you might think, Ace, how the hell is you eating hot dog buns with ketchup not the number one weirdest thing you did as a child? 'Cause this is number one. When at doctor's appointments as a child, I would ask the doctors if I could get a shot. I shit you not. You heard it right. I can't even explain it. I've just never hated shots. Doctors never scared me until I broke my arm for the first time in 3rd grade. And then for the second time in 6th grade, but that was mainly because I was terrified for some reason of getting x-rays. Hell, I don't even mind getting blood drawn. The only time I was scared of a doctor, like, doing something to me was when I had to get my cast cut off for the first time, and when I had to get a wart frozen off with, like, dry ice, because holy shit, that hurt. And I didn't even mind it years later when I went to go get the COVID vaccine. Shots have just never scared me or made me uncomfortable. But the weird thing is, I asked for them as a child. As like a 3-year-old, I asked the doctor, "Can I get a shot, please?" I don't know why. And those were 5 weird things I did as a child. Let me know if you would rearrange any of these, because I feel like some people think the hot dog buns with ketchup should have been number one instead of me asking for shots as a child. But who knows? Also, if any of you are thinking, oh, this is like has to be fake, my dad literally told me to include the hot dog buns with ketchup thing as number 2 on this list. He agrees with me. The me asking for shots was more strange. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more of my content, I recommend you check out my gaming channel, Aceofblank. And check me out over on twitch.tv/Aceofblank, where I'm finally back to streaming. I stream on Tuesdays at 12 p.m. and on Thursdays at 4 p.m., both Pacific Standard Time. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hopefully more story times to come out soon. I'll probably tell one that I alluded to in this video. It'll probably be me talking about why I hate hot dogs. Alright. Good.